Welcome to the next episode of the Be Ready Utah PrepCast, a remote episode, I might add. I'm Wade Mathews, the host and Be Ready Utah manager here at the Utah Division of Emergency Management. Joining me today are the rest of the Be Ready Utah section. Hello, guys. We have Bryan Stinson, Jeff Johnson. Go ahead and wave, Jeff, so we know who you are. James Ray, Ken Kraudy, and Maralin Hoff, the earthquake lady. Very famous. All right, today for our Be Ready Utah PrepCast, we are going to play a game. We don't have a name for this game, but it's going to be fun. We are going to provide a scenario, and then we're going to provide a list of items that we might have at our disposal during that scenario. And then each of our section members, our contestants, are going to choose an item off of the list and explain why they chose that item, after which the judge will bestow some points. All right, is everyone ready? And we're going to go in alphabetical order by first name. And here's the scenario. We've been on a COVID-infested ship, a cruise ship, full of COVID-19. And we are off the coast of California, which has just been struck by an earthquake, a 7.5 magnitude earthquake on the San Andreas Fault. But we're not too far from shore. However, the ship is sinking. Okay. All right. I'm going to share my screen. You're going, yeah. Oh, okay. So someone's preparing to dive, Jeff. I'm going to share my screen, and you're going to see the list. And we're going to go with Bryan Stinson. Pick an item off the list and explain why in about a minute time frame. We want to keep these answers pretty quickly.
All right.
Can you see the whole list? Yes, that's the whole list.
Garbage bag, wool blankets, half-empty bottle of bleach, empty pot, magnifying glass, sewing kit, bag of corn chips, can of tuna, safety razor, map of ship, dish towel, whistle, piece of steel, N95 mask, plastic sheeting, car keys, 10 yards of duct tape, deck of playing cards, tube of lipstick, pen and pencil set, pack of chewing gum, makeup compact, measuring tape, ibuprofen, hand sanitizer, planner, earbuds, mayonnaise jar, and a pair of socks.
You're picking all of those? We want you to save some for the rest.
Okay. I'll just pick one. Well, most important for me is shelter. So I think I would pick the plastic sheeting. Plastic sheeting, I can use that as in building myself a shelter. I can use it as a wind block. I can use it to keep rain off of myself. I can use it to help keep myself warm on cold nights. So I'm going to go plastic sheeting for shelter.
And on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm going to give that a 4 for creativity, for a good selection there. But I'm going to subtract 1 point just because I can. So make it 3 on your score, Bryan.
All right. 3. Awesome.
James, take a look at the list and pick an item.
All right, on mine, I'm going to pick the empty garbage bag. And the reason why is because I'm going to tie off the ends and make it into a floating device so that I can stay afloat in the ocean once the boat goes down.
All right, James, good choice there. He's going to turn an empty garbage bag into a raft. All right. And
it could also be more shelter.
And it could be shelter. James. And a submarine. You could make a submarine out of it. I'm going to give that a 6 out of 5, James. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Okay. Who's next? I think that's Ken is going to be, no, Jeff.
Oh, it's Jeff.
Jeff is next. J before K. Jeff, what are you going to pick?
Take the safety razor. It's the closest thing to a knife, and every survival school I've been through tells you that a safety razor, a straight razor, will make a very good knife. So I'm going to take a knife. I can do a couple of good things with that. I can actually create a fire starter with it, and I can help build myself a shelter with it. And at the end of the day, I can pop James' life float device.
Okay, and fight off the terrorists or the sharks or the little Nemo that might be swimming by, the clownfish you could have for lunch. You could
So
have some
are
lunch
we
with that
assuming,
safety razor.
is this going to be like Lord of the Flies?
Okay, Jeff, I think that's a natural choice for you. So for lack of creativity, 2 points. Sorry. All right, now Ken, you are up.
All right. I'm going to take a map of the ship.
Map of the ship. Where'd that
Map of
go?
the
There we
ship.
go.
I can go right to the comm center and find the satellite phones. I can go to the ship storage and I can find all the canned food I need to get, the water bottles, the blankets, and I'll find everything I need to survive.
Okay, well that's a treasure map and a half. And he's a pirate right there. Ken the pirate's going for the treasure map.
And what's
Again,
my score?
Your score. Oh, and he's anxious for his score. Okay, for his the creativity, I was going to give that a 6 out of 5 as well. But for your lack of patience, I'm knocking 2 off. That's a 4. Oh, sorry. But very good job. Very good job. Marilyn, the earthquake lady. Pick an item.
I'm going to pick whistle.
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 Okay.
Because a whistle is always with me. It's attached to my purse. I can have it on my car keys. I have it around my neck with a lanyard. And the sinking ship had already sunk. I'm swimming and I can blow as I'm swimming. I could do that. I swim on my back. When I get to shore, I can blow for help and rescue. So whistle, everybody should always have a whistle with them.
She even has 2. Oh my goodness. So that's extra points. Those bonus points right there. Plus, that reminded me of the Titanic and the whistle that saved the lady hero.
Exactly.
So boy, I think that's probably 10 points right there, Marilyn. 10 points out of 5. Okay. Good sportsmanship from James at the bottom there. And we're going to check it up now, and we're going to start with we're going to continue around alphabetical, but we're going to start with Jeff. So Jeff, let's see, the next item you're going to select on our list.
A magnifying glass.
Magnifying glass.
I can use it to start fires on sunny days and keep that fire going. So after we all swim to shore, you're going to want to come over to my fire to get warm, dry out, so you can continue to blow your whistle.
Well, other than James, I'm not sure many of you actually made it to shore. James had his raft and his submarine, but okay, we'll assume everyone made it to shore. All right, Jeff, and because of your willingness to share your fire, I'm going to grant that another bonus point. So 4 plus 1 gives out a 5-point answer. So add 5 points to your total. All right, now it takes us to James. There you go.
All right, I'm going to choose the 10 yards of duct tape. Duct tape has string in it, and I can pull that string apart and use it for fishing line. And also, duct tape is sticky, so I can use it to help repair my submarine that Jeff popped. Yeah. As well as rope, right? I need rope to tie things, but also that shark that might be coming by, so it'll help pull me to hopefully somewhere better.
Okay. All right, that's awesome. Duct tape, good choice. That's the universal tool for everything. So I'm surprised someone else didn't pick that sooner. So that's going to be a 5 out of 5, James, right there. Go ahead and add that to your score. And that takes us to Ken next. Ken, here is your list.
You know, I think I'll take a pen and pencil set because I'm going to start to write my memoirs and be able to sell that book, you know, for millions of dollars after I get rescued.
Oh my goodness. Pen and pencil set. Could anybody think of anything else Ken could do with a pen and pencil set besides writing his memoirs in an emergency situation? So Ken, I'm going to give you 3 points for that one.
Okay.
And if anyone else can share another idea of what to do with that pen and pencil set, we'll get a bonus point. Bryan.
Well, I'm thinking you could use maybe shavings from the pencil for fire starter, and maybe you could take the pen apart and use it to help create a fire by blowing,
As a straw.
blowing into the fire.
You can create a whistle out of it too.
Okay, Bryan, add 1 point to your score. Jeff, add 1 point to your score. James, did you have an answer?
Yeah, a little pea shooter. The pen can come apart, so I can shoot Jeff after he popped mine.
Add 1 point to your score, and Ken, add 1 point to your score for the straw idea, because I like that as well. Okay, Marilyn, you are up.
Yes, I think I would want the piece of steel.
Okay, piece of steel.
Yes,
All right.
because you can start a fire with it. You can use it as a tool. You can use it, reflect it with the sunshine, so it'll shine. And so steel, I know sticks and twigs will work, but the steel, you can sharpen it and stab for fish and eat it. So it's a good survival.
Okay, good survival tool. And actually, I thought as creating that item of flint and steel. So we may not be able to find any flint floating around in the ocean, but if you got to land, you could find some flint. Hopefully everybody knows what flint looks like, and you could make yourself a flint and steel fire starter, which is a fun way to start fires. Yes, exactly, Marilyn. If you haven't started a fire with flint and steel, I strongly encourage you to go out and try it. It is a ton of fun. Takes a little bit of practice. You've got to have your nice little nest of tinder, your cedar bark shredded up.
Yeah.
It's a fun way to start a fire. So I encourage everyone to go do that. Get some flint and steel, safely start a fire. Not during fire season. No arson. Just be safe about it. Okay. All right. So 5 points, Marilyn. Excellent job. All right, Bryan. Here you go.
I'm thinking mayonnaise jar.
Whoa.
Now,
Let's
whether
see.
or not it has mayonnaise in it is irrelevant. I don't want it for the mayonnaise. I'm thinking a few different things. Having that jar right there, I could put water in it, and with UV light from the sun, it could purify that water while it's in the glass jar. It's safe to drink if I'm unsure of how clean the water is. If I have the lid with it, I could use that for signaling. If I don't, maybe I could use the piece of glass for signaling. Another option is I could actually, if necessary, break the jar and make shards of glass that I could use as a cutting tool. And apparently on this island, it sounds like I need some self-defense from Jeff and James as well. So I might need to make some self-defense with some of those glass shards.
Okay. Excellent. I'm going to give that an 8 out of 5, but I'm going to knock off 3 points for breaking glass. It's a bad idea to break glass out in the environment. So that's a 5 points, Jeff. Bryan, 5 points.
Okay.
Marilyn, quickly.
Bryan can put a tea bag in that jar and make tea.
Ah, very good. You could cook with that jar too. All right, 1 point for Marilyn. Okay, we're back to Jeff.
Hey.
Jeff, here you go.
I'm going to take the empty pot.
Empty
I
pot.
can collect water with it. I can cook in it. I can boil water to purify it. And I can cook the fish that attacked Marilyn as she was swimming to shore, and she brought the fish to shore with her. So we can cook the fish. Does anybody know why the fish attacked Marilyn?
A what?
The fish attacked Marilyn? It's because she's
Why?
so sweet.
Okay. A pot. You could also make a porta pot out of that too. You know, a porta pot?
I wouldn't want to cook and then porta pot. But
Right. Okay, so Jeff, let's make that 4 points plus 1 for helping out Marilyn there. So 5 points for Jeff. All right, James.
All right, on mine, I'm going to go with a pack of chewing gum. I'm going to use the chewing gum for my fishing line from the duct tape to go fishing with, because obviously the fish need something to chomp onto. And hopefully the chewing gum, after I've chewed it, looks desirable to the fish, so I can get some fish while I'm out there floating on my floating device.
All right, gonna make some bait out of that chewing gum. Any other idea? Okay, so James, good luck with that. That's a 2-pointer. Sorry.
You
2-pointer.
can use the wrappers for signaling.
Exactly. So, Bryan, 1 point for that bonus answer. All right. Ken, you're up.
Okay, my item next will be the sewing kit.
Sewing kit.
The sewing kit has needles that I can use to fashion a fish hook if I need to. The thread will provide line for the fish hook. The little plastic box I can use to collect seashells and little fun things if I want to. And I can also use the needles for acupuncture. If I get some pain, I can use the needles to provide acupuncture therapy for my body.
Oh man, that is an awesome answer. I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5 for sure.
All right.
And anyone else have another thought? That anything else they could think of? Brian? Yeah, Brian was the first on the buzzer. Brian?
You can also, there's a way that you can magnetize the needle and put it on a little floater in water, and it can act as a compass.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 point for Brian. Anyone else? James? No? Marilyn? Jeff? All right, someone put down 1 point for me. Stitches, or did you say stitches, Ken?
No, but that's a good idea.
I could stitch myself up if I cut myself. So someone put down a point for me. All right, Marilyn, I think it's your turn.
Okay. I think I'll go with the half-empty bottle of bleach.
Okay.
I'm on shore after the sinking ship, and I found a tree with coconut, and I can eat that, clean it out, get the juice. But then I have the shell, and I could get water or put water in the coconut shell from the ocean, and then put a little bleach in it to disinfectant. And I'm on this beach that has coronavirus. I can bleach myself and disinfect myself, and so bleach is good. I could dye my hair blonde.
Wow.
Island.
Wow. Endless uses there. 5 out of 5. Good job, Marilyn.
Okay.
All right, now I'm gonna let's see. We're gonna go, Brian next, then Ken, and then Brian, then Brian, you're up. I'm trying to figure this out, but go ahead.
Okay, I'm thinking the can of tuna.
Ooh, my favorite.
And I'm thinking can of tuna, one, if the tuna's still good, obviously there's some good protein there, but also you can use that tuna as James was talking about bait with his gum. I think the tuna might be a good use for bait as well, whether it's land animals or something out of the ocean. So I can do that. The can itself, I might be able to fashion something out of that for, again, signaling. A cutting device. I can use it for the can. I can use to cook in, boil water in that, or cook some more other whatever else I'm able to find. So, can of tuna.
Okay, Brian, that's an excellent choice, an excellent answer. That is worth 10 out of 5 points. Don't write that down yet. I'm going to have to deduct some because I did not see a can opener in your pocket.
How do you open the can?
Yeah, so you're down to one. You're down to 1 point right now, Brian. Unless you can give me a good way you're going to open that can of tuna without a can opener. These are not pop top tuna.
Correct. If there's a rock, all you need to do is rub the top of the can until you wear off that little seal, and then it pops right off.
Good job.
All right, I will give you back 7 points for that answer. So that's a total of 8. Good job.
Okay.
All right.
I don't understand your math, but okay.
10 minus 9 is 1 plus 7 equals 8. Isn't that what I said? I don't know. You guys are keeping track of it, and it's on the honor system.
Points on that one?
8. And if you all end up with really, really high scores, I'll know someone else didn't know their math very well. Jeff, you're up.
Well, there's a couple here. I'm going to take the wool blanket. The two things that will kill you quickest when in a survival situation is dehydration and hypothermia. So I'm going to take it to keep myself warm. But you can use that wool blanket for a lot of different things. I could make a fishing net out of it because it'll dry out in the daytime. I could fish with it. I could strain things with it. I could use it as a wind block for the hypothermia, or just wrap it around me. I could create a partial shelter out of it. There's a lot of different things you could do with a wool blanket, but mostly to stop the hypothermia, which is the #2 killer in a survival situation.
And explain how wool is so beneficial as far as keeping heat in adverse conditions.
It will still maintain 80% of its heat retention even when wet.
Right.
So, that's why wool is such a great survival tool. Is even if you're getting rained on, that wool blanket will keep heat in.
Okay, Marilyn.
You can lay the wool blanket on the beach and get a suntan.
Okay, Marilyn, 1 point for that. Jeff, back to you. I'm going to give you 7 points for that one. And then give me 1 point for this one, whoever's keeping my score. You can also make pantaloons out of it. If the sharks rip off your pants, you can make some pantaloons out of it. Someone give me a point.
I think I'm going to give you -2 points. I was going to say bandaging. You can use it for bandaging as well.
Wade already knows how to make that out of wool blanket because that's how he wears his chaps.
Yes, my chaps. Okay, James.
All right, I'm going to go with the N95 mask because the coronavirus situation on the shoreline, I may want to be able to go inland more to see if I can find additional food, but I want to be safe, right? So the N95 mask will help me as I have the chance of meeting other people who might have the virus, so to kind of keep me safe. Plus, the N95 mask could act as a good filter if I need to help filter out things for water.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wow. Excellent job there. 6 out of 5 points, James. Okay. Next is Ken. There you go, Ken. Our list is dwindling.
The list is dwindling, but I'm going to take the makeup compact. The makeup probably has some sunscreen capability.
Yes.
Of course, it'll make me look
Good.
great.
Yeah.
And the main thing, though, for the compact is the mirror that comes with the compact, because certainly there's going to be a lot of flights, rescue planes are going to be coming over, and I'll have the signaling device that I'll need to get rescued with that mirror.
Okay, excellent. I love those ideas there on the makeup, the sunscreen, the signaling, and of course, you always look good, Ken. But a little makeup never hurts anybody, though. So, all right, 7 out of 5.
I was thinking
7 out of 5.
Oh, sorry, 7 out of 5. I was thinking you could also use it as a clam decoy.
Oh, that's a minus.
To come to shore.
That's a minus.
Ken, I'm with you. -1, Bryan. -1.
Right.
Marilyn.
Yes.
Marilyn.
I'm going to go for the dish towel, believe it or not. I can wash my coconut shell with it. I can dry my coconut shell with it. I can use it as a bandana. It's so hot on the island. I'll wet it and make what do they call those?
A neck cooler, yes.
Yes, around my neck. I could lay it on the beach when I lay out and put my head on the dish towel so the sand doesn't get into my hair. And I can dry my hair after washing it.
Boy, oh boy, Marilyn, that was awesome. 8 out of 5, 8 points. 8 points. Good job. All right, Bryan, you're up.
We're getting down to the bottom of the barrel here.
There's no barrel, Bryan.
Oh, okay.
If you look closely.
Let's say deck of playing cards.
Ooh, good choice. Good choice.
I could use the playing cards. One, if I'm bored out of my mind, sitting there waiting for rescue, or Jeff and James have already offed themselves, so there's no more entertainment there. I can pass some time with that. Plus, I could use those cards as fire starters. There's some things I could write on them if I needed to.
Can I
Oh,
compare
here.
with you?
With that pencil that you already whittled into kindling, and the pen which you already used for a pea shooter or something like that.
That was Ken's.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, Bryan. That's going to be a so-so. 3 out of 5.
If they're really new cards, I could maybe use them for shaving.
3 out of 5. Sorry, you're done. Jeff.
Hey, I'm going to take the car keys because
Car keys.
we're off the coast of California. There's going to be lots of cars around. I figure if I go check around 1,000 cars, I'll find the correct car key to the car. It's going to do one of 3 things for me. I'm going to get in it and drive it home. Or I can use the car for shelter and stay in that to stay warm. And the third thing the car keys could do for me, which if I couldn't find a car that they fit, I could use the key as a knife. I could sharpen it. I could tie it to the end, lash it with some weeds to the end of the stick and use it as a spear, or I could sharpen it and use it as a knife. And I feel like the car key could be used in many different ways as a pointy, sharp tool to do other things.
Okay. I was initially a little bit disappointed in that selection, but I think you've kind of persuaded me to take those points up, especially when you added the word pointy to.
It's
I'm going to give that
metal. It's metal.
4 out of 5.
It could be sharpened.
4 out of 5. Okay. Marilyn?
Jeff can also use the car keys, shake it. You know how cats run they get scared? You can shake it and chase off the lizards and the animals. And so the car keys can be a noise disturbance for the animals.
Yes, all those animals could be a good meal. So I'm going to have you deduct 1 point, Marilyn. 1 point deduction. Okay. James, you're up.
All right. I'm going to go with the pair of socks.
Okay.
The reason I'm going to do that, the socks can act as a neck cooler. Also, I can strip the socks into pieces and use those little strips as for first aid in case there are cuts or wounds. Granted, the socks might need to be cleaned, but maybe I'll go over to Marilyn and ask her if I can use some Clorox for that. Warmth. My socks might be wet, right? I was just swimming in the ocean. I may need a new pair of socks. So some warmth, or at least to trade out. As soon as the socks dry, I can use some nice warm socks. And then also socks are made of thread, and I could de-thread those to use the thread for other matters like sewing or for stitches or for fishing line if my duct tape fish line runs out.
James is really good at de-threading things. Yeah, I mean, that seems to be heavy on his mind, turning things into threads. Okay, James. Really good. I was going to give that an 8 points, -4 for just being so willing to shred everything into threads. 4 points. All right, Ken.
All right. Well, since I got my pen and paper or my pen and pencil set, I've got to have the planner. So the planner would also be one thing that I would choose. So as I'm writing my memoirs, I'd have a paper to write on. I could also use the paper to start fire if I needed to. So the planner is next on my list.
Ken is very organized. He's neat and he's compact. He's getting all of the similar like items together. That's awesome. So that's going to boost the score up a little bit from, but the fire starter, that's good. The writing your memoirs, your messages, that's good. I'm going to say 6.
All
6
right.
points, Ken. All right, Marilyn. Well, now we only have, let's see if we have enough left for, how many times can we go around here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just enough for one more time around with Maryland, and then one more time around.
Okay. I do not need earbuds because I just have to take my hearing aid out and I won't hear anything. So I'm going to choose the tube of lipstick because you know how the football players put it across to keep the sun from getting into my eyeballs. I can lip gloss because my lips are getting chappy. I can use it to write on a rock or something, but not use it up fast. I could find a fish and put lip gloss on his lips.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. Good effort there. Good effort, Marilyn. You know, we're going to give that a 4 out of 5. But for all the football players whom you think put lipstick on their cheeks during a football game, we have to deduct a point. That's not lipstick. Yeah. So 3 out of 5. 3 points, Marilyn. 3
Okay.
points. But lipstick, that's great. And Ken, who has the makeup compact, might want the rest of that lipstick when you're done with it.
Right.
I have to twist my arm.
You could eat it.
Okay, final round. Each of these are worth double. Double points. All right, Bryan.
I am going to go with the measuring tape. I'm going to go with the measuring tape because I want to see how long it will take until I get rescued.
Oh boy. Okay. And we only have 5 minutes left, guys. So we're going to wrap this up pretty quickly. Bryan, 1 point. Double that, 2 points.
You could use it to measure how deep of caca we're in.
Okay, Jeff, 1 point, double times 2 minus 1. 1 point extra for Jeff. Okay, just because he used the word caca. All right, Jeff, your turn.
I'm going to take the ibuprofen because this is definitely going to be a hike out situation, and I can hike farther than anybody else with enough ibuprofen. So the ibuprofen would just be the way to extend my ability to get out of this situation and keep going.
And I could certainly use a little bit of that myself right now. This thing's giving me a headache. Okay, no, that's excellent. That's excellent, Jeff. Good choice. I always have to have some good OTC medication that has not been recalled recently. And so there you go. 3 points times 2, 6 points. All right, James, this is your last one.
All right, so let's see. I'm going to go with the bag of corn chips.
I knew he would.
I'm again, the fishing thing, right? I got to provide food. It will provide me some food, right? A little bit maybe, but I could use those corn chips. Some fish like corn chips.
They do.
And so it might help me catch some fish. Also for trapping purposes inland, there may be some squirrels, and some corn chips might be able to get some squirrels trapped. With all my string that I've been shredding apart, I can make some traps with. And then also the bag is useful. If the interior of the bag is reflective, I could use that as a reflecting thing. If I'm freaked out, I can use the bag as a breathing thing to help me, calm down.
Ventilation.
Yeah, there you go. If I get sick instead of throwing up on the ground, I don't know why I wouldn't, but I could throw up in the bag.
If you're on an airplane, yes, but this was a ship. Go ahead.
And then also, the bag could hold things like some food for sanitizing things. I don't want to eat on the ground, so I need a surface to eat on. So the bag could be repurposed as a plate.
Okay, excellent job. 4 points times 2, 8 points. We got 4 minutes, 2.5 minutes left. Ken, you're up. Be quick with it.
And there's one thing left, or there's two things left. I'll take the earbuds.
Oh, that's nice of you.
The earbuds I could use as I'm sleeping at night. They could keep the sound of the waves from waking me up and everything, so I could use those as kind of a protective.
Earplugs. Excellent job. 3 points times 2, 6. Jeff.
After listening to all this, they might be the most important survival tool of the whole list.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing I could use the wire on the earbuds.
1 point for Jeff times 2, 2 points, Jeff. Ken, go ahead.
I could use the wire on the earbuds to make a trap to catch an animal.
Okay, we're going to grant you 2 more points for that, doubled, so add 4 more points. Okay, Marilyn, last one. And then we're going to wrap this up. Hand sanitizer. What you gonna do with it?
I have a deep cut, and I'm going to use hand sanitizer to disinfect and put a protection coat on my cut with the sanitizer. I can sanitize my hands. I can do my face. Yes, and I can also sanitize my coconut shell.
Okay, excellent job. 4 points times 2 is 8 points. Everybody tally your points really quickly. If you haven't already, tally your points.
Also very flammable, that hand sanitizer.
The hand sanitizer is flammable. You could use to start fires. Bryan, an extra 2 points right there, Bryan. Add up your scores, please, quickly.
Add mine.
And while they're adding up, I'm going to tell all of our viewers, thank you for watching. You can catch all of our Be Ready Utah PrepCasts on the Be Ready Utah YouTube channel. Share these on Facebook and Twitter. Watch them on our social media outlets. And send us your questions and answers. Okay, we've got 1 minute. Bryan, what's your score?
25.
Jeff? Say again?
33. 3-3.
James?
32.
30? Whoa, that was a close one. Ken?
30.
Well, we were all in the same range there. Marilyn?
41.
Marilyn is our winner. Congratulations, the Earthquake Lady. She's earned her title. Thank you all for playing, and join us here next time. Have a great one. Be safe out there. Be healthy.
Hey, hope you enjoyed this episode of the Be Ready Utah PrepCast. Like what you're seeing? Have a question about anything related to emergency preparedness? Or do you have a comment about something you've learned as you make a plan or get a kit? We'd love to hear from you. Comment or reply to us on Twitter or Facebook at Be Ready Utah with hashtag BRUPrepCast or in the comments on YouTube. We'll talk about it on one of the next episodes of the Be Ready Utah PrepCast. Don't forget to share these videos and your own adventures in preparedness with your friends, family, neighbors, and coworkers, because anytime is a good time to talk about emergency preparedness. See you next time.